Let's turn to the pandemic and some of the latest developments that we're tracking for you right here at home. And it begins in Manitoba, where vaccinations are up and case numbers are down. So the province is lifting mandatory mask laws and capacity limits ahead of schedule. Now that is happening even as federal health officials warn of a potential fourth wave. As we hear from Alison Dempster, it is already proving controversial.
This is great for our economy. It's great for our communities as well.
Come Saturday, public health restrictions in Manitoba will be lifted for most businesses, including malls, hair salons, and gyms. Masks will no longer be required, just recommended for those not fully vaccinated. And there will be no restrictions on private indoor and outdoor gatherings.
So certainly we might see the beginnings of a fourth wave in certain areas, potentially around the world. But in Manitoba, although we're seeing an increasing proportion of cases of Delta, we're seeing that in the face of declining case numbers and declining test positivity.
82% of eligible Manitobans have received at least one dose of a vaccine. 73% are fully vaccinated. Still, in Winnipeg,
I hope this is the last lockdown, and I hope we're not making a mistake. That being said, our economy can really use this boost in the short term. So I'm really excited for it.
I've felt pretty good about the restrictions we've had. I think we could have held on to those longer and kind of waited to see what the numbers do in other provinces that have reopened sooner than us.
Provinces like Alberta.
Whose province? Whose children?
For 5 days, people have been protesting in Edmonton and Calgary over the province's decision to end isolation requirements, contact tracing, and asymptomatic testing.
The fact that they're going to let ill people with positive COVID people to go out, it's beyond insane to me.
I feel that we cannot properly assess the risk that COVID presents to especially our unvaccinated children without proper testing, tracing, and isolating.
Alberta's premier said he's following the advice of the province's chief medical officer of health.
I think we should focus on the science and not allow these issues to be politicized.
Adding Albertans need to learn to live with COVID. Alison Dempster, CBC News, Calgary.